Hey, all y'all spirits out there. Today is 98 of Yoga Deck Challenge, and we are doing things a little bit different today. Firstly, I am starting off with a seated position in crisscross applesauce, and I am moving in circular motions. I am taking my deep breath in, my deep breath out, and after I do about 6 to 8 counts of deep breaths, I go in a counterclockwise circle. Because at first I was doing clockwise, and now I go in a counterclockwise. So basically just go the opposite way and do circles that way. Take some deep breaths in, do some deep breaths out. And then after that move, I'm going to start stretching my arms. I'm moving my arm to the side, getting that good stretch in my side. And then I'm going to take 3 deep breaths. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And then after that, I'm going to be slowly but surely switching to the other side, as y'all see me doing right now. And now I'm switching over to my left side. My right arm goes down to the ground and my left arm stretches over my head. And I'm taking some deep breaths in, then some deep breaths out. I'm going to repeat my deep breaths for about 3 to 4 times. And then once I am done with that, we are going to be moving on to a new position. I am now going to start twisting my body. I'm taking my right arm, putting it on my left knee. I'm taking a deep breath in as I stretch my spine upward like a mountain. Deep breath out as I twist and I look to the side. And then I take another deep breath in and then take some deep breaths out and twist even more. So with every breath in, you're going to stretch your spine up, and with every breath out, you're going to turn. And now that I am done with that, we are switching over to the other side now. Left arm goes on right knee, right hand goes behind, and you are taking a deep breath in, stretching your spine as high as you can, but not too much to where it hurts, just as much as what's comfortable to you. And when you take your deep breath out, you are going to twist and turn as much as comfortable to you. Do not force yourself into anything. Do what is, what your body is willing to do. That's what I did, and I hope everybody is doing the same thing as well. And right now we are going to move into a tabletop position, and this is a move that I actually got off a YouTube video that I was watching to help me into the firefly pose. Basically, I'm just going to be leaning back and forth and putting some pressure on my wrist, because a lot of pressure goes into your wrist when you're doing like firefly pose and poses like that, where you have to lift yourself up off the ground and hold your own body weight. So basically I was just leaning back and forth, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then I leaned forward and I stayed leaning forward, pushing the ground with my hands, like creating some force, but still having my wrist support my weight. And guys, if y'all are wondering why do I got my boots and my jug on my yoga mat, it is because it's windy as heck outside, y'all. Like, it is so windy out here. I had to literally get some weights to hold this down. But, it'd be like that. Let's get back on subject to what am I doing right now. Right now, I am taking my right arm, stretching it forward, and then I am taking my left leg and stretching it back. I'm using the hand that is on the ground to push my weight up. So my left hand is pushing my weight up. And I'm trying to keep my arms and my legs as straight as possible in a straight line. But as you guys can see, my arms and my legs are kind of tilting out of the line, but that is okay because, it's a work in progress. Everything is a work in progress. But now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be taking my arm. I'm going to be pulling it to the right, and I'm going to take my left leg and pull it to the left. And once they're out, I'm going to take my right arm and thread it through the hole where my left arm is at. And I'm going to place my body on the ground. This is a really good stretch right here. I'm just going to stand here for a couple seconds, taking some deep breaths in, taking some deep breaths out. And then once I am done with this position, I'm going to unthread my hand, as y'all going to be seeing me doing here. I am taking my left hand, pushing my weight back up, and then releasing my right hand, and then putting it back into the position it was in, and pulling it back into tabletop. Now we are going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Right leg goes out, left arm goes out as well, and right arm helps push your weight off the ground, keeping your balance. And like I said before, I'm trying to keep my line straight, but as y'all can see, I do kind of struggle with that. Like my arm do be kind of tilting down, my leg do sometimes tilt up, but like I said, work in progress, and it is okay because, you know, every day I would do more and more and it would get straighter and straighter. Now, like in the previous position, the right leg goes down and the left arm threads through the hole, and I sink myself down to the ground. Yes, just like this. I'm going to take some deep breaths in, some deep breaths out. And I'm going to do that for about 3 to 6 times. And I'm going to take my arm, push my weight back up, and put my arms back into position. And yes, y'all, I did almost lose my balance and I did almost fall, but I didn't. So look, we is all good. But now we are back in the tabletop and we're going to stretch ourselves into downward dog. And I'm going to start paddling out my feet, paddling out my legs because of my previous positions and all that stretching. So I'm just releasing some tension in my legs, paddling out, making sure that everything is good and flowing and that the energy is clear and not stagnant. And now that I am done paddling out my legs, I'm going to be taking my right leg, stretching my knee up to me, and then placing it on the outside of my right arm. I'm going to be sinking my legs down into this lunge type pose, just getting a good stretch, and then we're going to stretch back into downward dog. And we're going to repeat this on the other side now. We're going to stretch my left leg on the outer side of my left arm. We're going to keep that position, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, stretch back into downward dog. Basically, I'm just building some heat, building some energy up in my legs. I'm going to be repeating this, like I said, right leg on the outer side of the right arm, stretch back into downward dog, repeat to the left side, left leg goes out, deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath out, and then back into downward dog. So yes, just building some heat, building some energy. And I did that for about, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Y'all, I don't be counting. I just do what feels right. When my body says it's enough and it's time for the next position, then that's when I switch. Like, I don't really be counting like that. But now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be bending my legs, bending both legs, both my right and both my left, generating some heat. Y'all finna see exactly what I'm talking about, because right now I'm just standing in downward dog, just stretching it out. But now I'm going to be bending both legs, generating some heat, almost like I'm finna launch on somebody. But I'm just going to jump both my legs to the outsides of both hands. And then I'm going to stay in that position, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then I'm going to take some more deep breaths in, some more deep breaths out. And I'm going to release my hands from the ground, place them in front of my heart chakra center, then put them back to the ground, jump back into downward dog. And when you're jumping back, you're exhaling. When you're jumping forward, inhale, take a deep breath in, deep breath out in that position, and then take a deep breath in. Exhale, jump back. So yes, with each breath, you are moving. When you're jumping forward, you're breathing in, jumping forward. Then when you're standing in that position, in the little squat position, you are taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out, taking a deep breath in, and then jumping back into downward dog on your exhale. So remember that, y'all. Breath for every movement. This is breath work. We're doing it, y'all. We're really doing it. And y'all, I don't know how many times I did that. I think I did that like three times. But I'm just going to stay in this little squat and, just move around, twist it around from all that jumping and all that energy I was building. Now I'm just like releasing some tension in my legs by doing this, just kind of moving in a circular motion, like up and down in this squat. And that really helped after doing all them jumps, because when I tell you that, you're going to build some fire in your legs. You're going to build some fire in your knees, your cores, your legs, doing all that. So just know that doing that little circular position helps to release all that fire that you just built up. But now that I'm done with that, I am now in a forward fold, from squat to forward fold, and I'm just staying in that position, taking some deep breaths in and some deep breaths out. And I'm going to stay in this forward fold for a little bit longer. I'm going to take another deep breath in, another deep breath out, and I'm going to start going on my fingertips, spreading my legs a little bit wider, and walking my hands backwards so that I can place my fingertips or my hands behind each ankle. And as I'm doing this, I'm exhaling. As I'm walking backward, y'all, I am exhaling. And then I'm going to inhale and walk forward. And we're going to do a couple rounds of this. Just inhaling, walking forward, exhale, walk backward. And I'm trying to do this because I'm trying to get as far as I can go comfortably so that I can get myself into this firefly position. So hands out, deep breath in, hands in, deep breath out. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over until I feel like my hands are comfortable enough to grab the back of my ankles or to be like a little bit behind my ankles so I can lean back, push myself up, and carry my weight. So this is a good like little stretch or exercise to do if you're trying to do firefly. And y'all, I will literally put the link of the YouTube videos I was watching to help me get into these positions because, man, they some good folks. They some good yoga instructors for helping me do this. I was struggling with my firefly, but the positions that I'm doing now that I learned from some of these other YouTubers and creators was really helpful. So please check them out. I will leave the link in the description below to all the videos that I watched for inspiration for my yoga. So please go check them out. Stay some real ones. So go do that, y'all. And now that I am done with my forward fold, guys, I went down to tabletop and then got down to my crisscross applesauce, and we're going to be stretching our legs out because I'm going to be doing another type of exercise that I learned from one of these videos that is so helpful. I'm going to be framing my right leg, and I'm going to be taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out and pushing my leg up, trying to keep my spine straight, not really trying to lean back and push my leg up, but like hold it up, keeping the spine straight. So deep breath in, and while I push out, my leg goes up. So when you're breathing in, your leg goes down, and when you're pushing out, you're using the power of your exhale to push your legs up, but to also keep your position straight. So now that we are done with that, I'm going to frame my left leg now, and I am breathing out, pushing my leg up, breathing in, pushing my leg down. And I'm going to keep repeating this. I think I did this 6 times on each leg. So yeah, and I'm going to do this a couple more times, and then I'm going to be taking my hands, placing them in between both my legs while I spread my legs a little bit farther apart, because now we're going to lift up both legs. And y'all, that crap was hard. Like, I didn't know this stuff was gonna be that hard. Like, I was like, why it hurt that much? Why do it hurt that much? I need more strength. Like, instantly doing this, trying to like lift up both legs, I was instantly like, yup, strength is needed. Where you at, strength? Cause I need you. But anywho, like I was saying, guys, deep breath out as you push your legs up, and deep breath in as you place them back down. And now that I'm done with that, I spread my legs a little bit farther, and I am grabbing my ankles so I can stretch. And I'm also going to be leaning forward, not by the spine though, not with your back. Keep your back as straight as possible. Hinge forward by the hips. Hinge forward by your hips, and make sure your like back is straight. And if you feel like you're curving or your spine is curving, just look forward. Just like look up and look forward, and that like helps me, because it's gonna make you feel like a mountain. Just like think of cobra pose. Think of leaning your chest up and out, and your your spine will stay straight. And I stayed in this position for, I'm gonna say, about 6 to 8 breaths. Just taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be leaning back, pushing my legs forward again, shaking them out, because yes, that was intense. From the leg lifting to the forward stretching, that was intense. So y'all, release the energy in your legs. Just shake it out a bit. Like, rub your legs down, shake your legs, do whatever you got to do to release all that was just built up in there. And I'm going to hold this position for a couple more breaths, and then I'm going to stretch myself into tabletop, then go into my forward fold, because I'm going to be releasing the tension that I've built up by going into ragdoll pose. Y'all are going to see exactly what I'm talking about right now. I lean forward, Put my head on the ground. We're going into tabletop and then going into forward fold. I'm grabbing my elbows. Each hand is going over each elbow. And I am going to go into ragdoll pose, because that is going to help release all the tension that I built up during all this yoga. I'm just going to be leaning side to side, just rocking side to side, rocking back and forth in a circular motion, a counterclockwise, clockwise, back and forth, whatever. I'm just moving all around, just releasing that energy, and it felt really good. Really, really good, y'all. Yep, you guys just see me shaking it around, just shaking my head back and forth. I released my hands from the little hold I was in, and I just fucking turned into a zombie or some shit. Just start moving. But anyway, now that we're done with that, I'm going to be doing what I was showing y'all earlier, taking a deep breath in, stretching forward, and then as I exhale, putting my legs in between my arms, because we finna try firefly pose, as y'all see. So I am squatting down, getting down into that position so I can try my best to get into this position. And no, y'all, I did not lift all the way up off the ground, but that's okay, because the progress is real, the efforts is real, and y'all finna see me lift as much as I can. And then tomorrow we're gonna be lifting even more, so yay for that. But anyway, or anywho, y'all see my hands behind my ankles. I am now like moving my legs upward, like just kind of inching my way up. It's not like just straight up lifting my legs up. I'm like inching them forward to lift up. And as y'all can see, I got it a little bit up. Like I started off doing like one leg at a time, like lifting one leg completely off the ground while one is like barely on the ground, and then switching to the other leg being somewhat off the ground. And yes, like the progress is real, the effort is real. And now I'm just releasing the tension that I built up in my wrist by circling it over and over in this ragdoll-ish pose. And I am done, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, or maybe not, because shit, it just be like that. But I will catch you guys later for my next yoga video, and you guys can expect it to be longer. I am going to be doing longer videos now like this, so stay tuned for that, y'all. And peace. You have a good day or night whenever y'all watching this. And you guys can also leave a comment below if you guys like these videos better or the time-lapse videos. But I will catch you guys later, and peace.